either way. Bitch, I'm fly either way. I ain't got nothing to say. Bitch, I'm fly either way.
Welcome to Two Things Can Be True. Today we're going to talk about the Texas Democrats leaving Texas, clearly, right? And we're going to hear, someone's thought on it, Trump's thought on it. Let's get it. Make sure you, right there, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Let's get it.
Now calling for the arrest of more than 50 Texas Democrats who fled their state, hoping to block redistricting efforts. Those Democrats are now declaring an all-out war against the new map, preventing a vote that would give Republicans up to 5 additional seats in Congress. Hello, everyone. This is Outnumbered. I'm Emily Campagno, and here with my co-host, Harris Faulkner. Also joining us today, Ainsley Earhart, Fox & Friends co-host, Dr. Nicole Saphier, Fox News contributor and board-certified physician, and Joey Jones, Fox News contributor, retired U.S. Marine bomb tech, and New York Times best-selling author of Behind the Badge. Now, Governor Abbott is threatening those Dems with the risk of daily fines, among other severe consequences, like felony charges and removal from office. At stake here is control of Congress. The effort to redraw the congressional map in Texas could give Republicans up to 5 seats.
Just to let you guys know, I have not seen this video. I know a little bit about gerrymandering, but to my knowledge is that Democrats, they've done it way long before, and pretty much they can't do it anymore besides California and New York. But these Texas, these Republican states, they're not gerrymandered, right? So now they're trying to do what Democrats already did a while ago to get them more seats in the House and Senate or Congress, whatever. So it's going to be fun, but let's keep listening, right?
Giving the GOP an advantage in next year's midterms. Texas House Speaker Dustin Burrows is now signing civil arrest warrants, citing dereliction of duty after dozens skipped off to blue states. Those Dems aren't backing down. Here's a few of them during a press conference in Illinois last hour. Watch.
Right now, there's folks saying that we walked out. And I think everyone behind me will say we're standing up, and as Texans.
Sorry, sir. Respectfully, you did walk out. You're not there. You did walk out. You can cut it, slice it, however you want to. You walked out. If you win the vote, you win the vote. If you lose the vote, you lose the vote. It is what it is. But regardless, the result is going to be the result in the long run. And I just think Democrats cannot help themselves. Like, every little thing. It's like, when Biden was in office, you did not see this from Republicans. I'll tell you that. That's all I got to say for right now. Let him keep talking.
Would say we're standing tall.
My Republican colleagues in Texas, you wrong for this. You wrong for this. You already have the governor's office. You're the majority in the Senate, the majority in the House. What more do you want?
What we see here happening.
I want 5 more seats.
In Illinois is the fight for our democracy, is the fight for America, and the people standing here today are on the front lines of that fight. These are the fighters for our democracy.
And while Democrats across the country are calling foul over the redistricting efforts in Texas, President Trump is pointing out the hypocrisy.
You know, those blue states that you're talking about. You know, somebody gave a good example. In Massachusetts, I think 41% of the vote. It's a very, blue state. And yet it's got 100% of Congress, 100%. Did you notice they go to Illinois for safety? But that's all gerrymandered. California's gerrymandered. We should have many more seats in Congress in California. It's all gerrymandered. And we have an opportunity in Texas to pick up 5 seats.
Joey, you and I chatted about this last night, and it's sort of hard to hear.
From what I know, gerrymandering is pretty much redistricting. It will add seats. Well, for say if like as you can see Texas, if Texas do it, it will add more seats for them because that's a red state, right, into Congress. And if Democrats do it, that will add however many. I mean, California's already gerrymandered to the max ish a little bit. They can do a little bit, but they might just get 2 seats, maybe 2, 3 seats. Fact check me, someone fact check me. But
slate representing the will of the people.
Yeah, no matter what you make of this, there's no moral authority to be stood on by the Democrats here. I think there are good arguments for and against the redistricting. I think it was Ken Paxton that was just on with Harris and made a great argument I hadn't heard yet about a little bit more detail about the movement of folks within the state and why they felt like it was necessary. I think President Trump's just embracing the idea of, hey, I found a way to get 5 more seats and I'm going to take it, and I appreciate that. That's honesty. So is there an argument against that Democrats can make? Sure. But are they guilty of the same sin? Of course they are. So if I'm Greg Abbott, I guess maybe you're doing it because you actually want to get the vote in and that actually matters. But as far as the PR campaign of it, it's a lot easier to kind of just sit back and point at the Democrats and say, see who represents you. These are the people that run away from this job.
Right. And Ainsley, so to that point, they tried doing this in 2021 and failed as well. One of the Texas Democrats, Ann Johnson, yesterday talked about how this was an extraordinary feat. We only do this if we must. And then when pointed out, well, you did it in 2021 and it didn't work, she sort of had nothing to say, only other than, well, you can either choose to serve Texans or choose to serve President Trump. But is this the best way to serve Texas?
It's really just political theater because every state does this. Kathy Hochul, who's now saying, oh, we're going to, what was her quote? We're going to fight fire with fire. And Gavin Newsom said the same thing. Kathy Hochul just did this in this very state 2 years ago.
I'm going to wrap this video up. I'm going to go to the next subject. But let me say this. Fight fire with fire. The Democrats' fire is attacking Trump. Trump's fire is listening to the people, right? Saying everything that the people want, right? He's smart about it, right? Democrats, they need the game plan. They need, okay, like, they need to come back. Yes, they might lose. Most likely, they're going to lose. Okay. Go back to the drawing board. Figure out something, right? You guys can't just attack. Can't just keep on attacking Trump. You guys need a game plan. Figure out alternatives to help something, right? Democrats don't help anything. They're just saying, no, I'm not against this. They're against every single thing he does. Every single thing he does, right? So you're telling me every single thing he do is bad? When it's benefiting the country, it doesn't make sense. So, but let's go on to the next video. Let's get it.
Democrats are so scared of gerrymandering because every blue state is already gerrymandered to the maximum possible extent. None of these states have a Republican congressperson. These states have 1 Republican congressperson, and these states have 2 to 5, which means the only states that they could gerrymander more to get rid of Republicans would be California and New York. Those are their only options. Whereas Republican states are not as gerrymandered, so they have tons of options and tons of places where they could do so right now. And if every Republican state starts gerrymandering, it adds up very quickly. Like Texas and Florida alone could add 10 plus seats. But when you factor in Ohio, Indiana, Missouri, and other smaller red states, Republicans could gain over 15 seats in the House. And Donald Trump is going to pursue this strategy, which is why J.D. Vance is in Indiana right now. Because Indiana could gerrymander to gain 2 plus seats. And if you want to figure out how this is legal, follow me because I'm going to make another video about it. This is why Democrats are so...
You know what? Of course, this is a political war, but the only reason why this is a problem is just because the Democrats cannot gerrymander like the Republican can, right? They want to win the midterms, right? And they also want to win the next presidential election, which is gonna be very hard. I think this is gonna be like Trump versus Kamala. You guys think that's legendary? That is nothing, not close. this is what I predict. J.D. Vance, Marco Rubio as a VP. Either or, but I think Marco is going to be VP, right? And then you're going to have the Democrats, which is in scrambles right now. They don't know who's going to be the leading who's what. They don't know what they want to do. Because that New York situation with whatever his name is, it's looking bad. But hey, you guys comment, like, make sure you guys tell me what you guys want me to react to. Let me know. Two things can be true. I'm out. It could be bad, it could be good, it could be both.